channel, this is the Metatron speaking. Let's go back to my recording studio. Hello number ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking. This is a very common question that I have been asked for the last 6 months. Like, I've been receiving so many messages of people asking me, Metatron, where can I get a good mail armor? Metatron, where can I get chain mail? Like, you wouldn't imagine. And I was answering some of these. At one point I started copy pasting the answer, to be honest, like maybe changing the beginning, because I don't like the idea of, just spamming the same answer for everyone. I do want to, have a little bit of a relationship with the people that I talk to. But at the end of the day, the amount was overwhelming, and I thought to myself, well, I should make a video a brief video where I talk about the sites that I use and that I would recommend, and the sort of mail that I would recommend you to buy. Now, so let's talk about mail and the sort of sites that I suggest you to use. Well, I would rather use, if I were you, either custom chainmail or battle merchant. Now, out of the two, custom chainmail is my first suggestion, although the prices will be a bit more expensive than battle merchant, and also it might take a little longer to produce, because you use that site because you can customize a mail exactly for your body size. Okay, whereas in battle merchant we're talking about off-the-shelf mail. But it's still good quality mail, the one at Battle Merchant. So it's not like it's not good quality, okay? It's good quality, and with mail, differently from plate, although if it's perfectly custom, made, tailored for your body, it will be better. It's not like plate that if it's not going to work, okay? Mail, you can most of the times adjust that. Even if it's a bit too big, you can still put a belt, and just tighten it at your hips, at your waist, and it's still gonna work. So if you don't want to wait too long and you don't want to spend too much money, then Battle Merchant might be the right choice for you. But if you are one of those people who care for attention to detail, regardless of the fact that it might mean spending a bit more money, then custom chainmail might be a good idea also, because in custom chainmail they can also make, for example, tailored arms for your mail, which is good, because if you're doing historical reenactment, for example, then I see a lot of these mail shirts that have these very large sleeves that are not historical. If we look at historical iconography, we see that most of the times the arms are perfectly tailored, and believe me, that helps a lot with the weight distribution, because it means a lot less rings, and it means also that it's closer fitting. It's better, okay? It works better that way if you're buying it for historical reenactment. But if you're buying it for self-defense, because that I did mention mail armor in my knife fight beware of lies video, and I said that I like it as a form of protection to wear under your sweatshirt. I'm not wearing one now because I sold my old mail and I'm getting a new tailored mail. So at the moment I don't have mail, so I'm waiting for this to arrive. But if you do like this idea, and of course there are pros and cons, there are also stab-proof vests, but unfortunately not all stab-proof vests are legal to acquire if you're not in the military and if you're not in the in security industry. So in that case, then maybe mail might be the only option, unless you have something else. Even mail could be a good idea. If that's what you want, then a good idea could be to get a sleeveless one, because it's smaller, it's easier to put under your clothing, if it's something that you can do according to the laws, because I always say uphold the law of your country, depending on the country. And now in both scenarios, whether it be historical reenactment or whether it be personal defense, or whatever the reason is that you're wearing mail, go for riveted, half riveted, half solid, if you want to go the way the Romans. Otherwise you can go for full solid, which is of course not historically accurate. So if you're doing historical reenactment, I would refrain from that. But don't go for butted. I think I said this many times, I don't need to say this again, I think, but for those of you who perhaps haven't watched my previous videos where I talk about mail and the efficacy of riveted rings, riveted means that the rings are closed by a nail, and solid of course means that it's just one solid ring, and half riveted, half solid is a very strong combination. If you get butted, it means that the 2 points of the ring, which is not closed, are just put into position, but they are held only by the strength of the metal used. So if you're talking about aluminium, then you can break them with your hands, and just walking with it will split the rings. And if you're talking about steel, it stays in place, but if someone tries to penetrate it with a weapon, it will break. Riveted is the only answer. Even if you're just doing sparring with your friends and you want something to actually protect you, you should of course wear some padding underneath, because maille does not protect you from blunt force. The rings themselves protect you against cut and against penetration if they are riveted. Now, should you go for galvanized or natural finish? Again, it depends. If you want to do historical reenactment, I would avoid galvanized like the Black Death, to be honest, because it looks not real. Okay, you look like a frigging light post. But if you want to wear it underneath your clothing, then you should go for galvanized, because you know, if it's not galvanized, you need to oil it, and you can't oil maille and then put your sweatshirt on top and your sweatshirt gets all the oil and it's disgusting. Okay, so that doesn't work. So in that case, you should go for galvanized. So a sleeveless galvanized maille shirt might be a good option if you want just to wear it for personal protection and defense. LARP, I suppose you can wear whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's a game, so, and the sort of weapons that you encounter are not really going to hurt you. So I think you can even go for butted if you're on a budget, because of course riveted maille is more expensive. But you know, butted, galvanized might be the easiest option. But if you want to look like a real knight, if you want to wear real armor and get the feel of real armor, then yes, natural finish would be the best choice. And of course, that is a must for historical reenactment. I know that some historical reenactment companies allow for galvanized, and maybe even for butted maille, but still I wouldn't suggest. If you want to do something, do it right. Don't do these half measurements, these things that you're like, yeah, maybe, sort of, just wait, save up the money, and if you're not into maintenance, then you're not into armor. Okay, so these are the sites that I suggest you, and so again, Battle Merchant, custom chainmail, links in the description below. So now get your maille armor, the one that suits you, and let's make the Empire great again. The reason why I chose to do this today is because today I've got a million lessons to teach. Like, you can say anything about me, but I'm a frigging popular teacher, which of course I'm proud of this. I'm happy that people wish to be taught by me. It's very nice, but that requires a lot of time. So today I've got a lot of lessons to teach. I don't have a lot of time, and I am preparing a video in the background, because yes, I do daily upload, and some people have been telling me, like, I've been complaining a little bit, and they said that the quality of my channel is going down because of daily upload, because daily upload doesn't give me enough time to prepare bigger videos. But if you think about it, it's not that way, because what I do is that yes, I do daily upload, but in the meantime, in the background, I always prepare over a few days a bigger video, which then is released. If you notice, look at my Black Death video, look at my futuristic warfare, Warriors of the Future video, look at the origins of Rome. Like, there are videos that you can tell that I've taken longer to prepare, but they still are within daily uploads. So the reason why, the way I do this is just by simply preparing these in the background in the meantime, just as I do my daily upload, and then boom, you get your video. So at the end of the day, even if I went back to 2 videos a week, which I'm not going back to, because that would mean the end of the Metatron's channel. I would be completely destroyed by the YouTube algorithm and the bot. It would start ignoring me completely. My growth would be nullified. But even if I did, it wouldn't really make much difference. You would still get maybe 2 well thought out videos a week, which are the same amount of well thought out and prepared videos a week that you get even if I do daily upload. The only difference being that while you wait for those 2 videos that are daily videos that are a bit simpler, easier to edit perhaps, but they're still filling the gaps, and the majority of you are still enjoying these. So I think it's a win-win situation for everyone. Anyways, all right, number ones, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short, brief video, and I hope that I answered many questions, those many people who wanted to know and asked me this question about how, where, and what sort of mail they should get. I will see you tomorrow for my next daily upload, which will be about, I'm not going to give any spoiler, history. Okay, I'll give you this spoiler. It's going to be historical, but you'll see. Thank you very much for watching as always, and remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Goodbye. Now let's go teach. With the gladius? Why not?